Ladies and gentlemen, men's, cats, rats, dogs, and all those in between, welcome to your support group podcast, your home for your number one podcast that supports you and what you like to do. I really don't know what to say except for this.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We've had a lot of craziness in the past couple of weeks. You know what? Let's discuss that. I want to start off with the incident in Charlotte, mainly because I'm from Charlotte. Let me speak to that and how everybody's making it seem like Charlotte is a crime-ridden city. There's murders happening. First of all, that's not it. Charlotte is not crime-ridden. I never felt unsafe walking around Charlotte. Of course, like every city in the USA, they have their unsavory parts where you want to give some thought to. Transit safety around the transit center, yeah, it needs some ramping up, some better policing going on, but not unsafe. To see a man do what he did to that woman, I'm at a loss for words. You see a man just hop up and just immediately assault someone. That's not due to him being left in and out of prison. No. That's mentally unstable. A little trade secret here. This is still the South. No random black man is going to jump up and stab some random white woman, not knowing where she's from, or you could just go off of face value, jump up and stab a random white woman in the South. And we got a little code word for that. They're going to fry your ass. That is proof that he was mentally not well. And if anybody knows anything about mental health, always please chime in the comment section. But most of the times, because of his criminal record, everybody's talking about how many times he's been out of the jail. Most of the times when you have a mental crisis, when a person has a mental crisis, they have a tendency to arrest them. But you can't go downtown or to jail just off of, oh, he's having a mental crisis. No. Jail is not a place to deal with your mental issues. They don't have the facilities. I mean, nowhere has the facilities now, but normally when that happens, they bring you in on some resisting arrest or disorderly conduct. So those charges can mount up. Like you may have a whole bunch of charges, but they're really like, get better. Take your medication. I don't know what all charges he has previously or anything like that, but his actions speak to probably a lack of mental health. Do I feel pity for him? No. My heart goes out to that young lady. And I want to be clear about that. But I'm just speaking facts. You know, everybody's trying to make it a political thing. No, make it a human thing. Take the politics up out of it. I'm so tired of left and right, who's wrong. And now we come to this. I don't know how else to put it, except for the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We are Americans. We have our freedom of speech. That's one of the things that, that makes us great as a country. We have the freedom of speech. Growing up, you was pretty much allowed to say, but you had to be respectful. Wait your turn, mind your manners, respect your elders, different things like that. As time went on, and I talk about this a lot of times, the participation trophy mentality and the lack of education and understanding or, even reading and reading what people are about and different things like that. And I know a lot of people is going to be like, I don't care nothing about their viewpoints or whatever like that. But I mean, the way to learn about your enemy is to read about them or see what they're doing. You don't think Michael Jackson never showed up to a Prince concert or Prince never showed up to a Michael Jackson concert and sat in the back somewhere in the dark room and was like, I got you, buddy. So you learn about your people. And you learn about your enemies. And this is how you build character and be able to have a nice conversation or a nice debate about topics. Just because you don't agree with somebody doesn't give you the right to kill them. Murder is wrong. No way, shape, form, or fashion. It's wrong. Completely, utterly wrong. A man has a family. He has children. He has a wife. Regardless if you can't stand his guts, that shouldn't bring you to killing somebody. And this goes to the mental health of people. Because people with broken mental health can't take debates. They can't take what was that man's truth. They can't understand or grasp things without feeling like they're being under attack or being poked at or different things like that. Yeah. Certain things that's going on in the world or things that he was discussing could make one feel like we're in danger. But those are words. What happened to words don't matter, you know? But also, too, we have to be careful about those words because the power of life and death is in the tongue. We, and I'm including myself in this, we as auditors or speakers or people with a microphone in front of us, we have to be careful at times is what we say, especially now. You have people, and when you think about it, it's almost full circle, but we have people out here who can't get the mental help that they need. And it's a sad system all the way around. We have people out here that can't get the mental health that they need. You know, they sit around, they fester on all this mess, you know, that's going on. Left, right, blue, red. Nobody should be caring about all that. Your vote should have just, nobody cares. I remember when I was growing up, didn't nobody care about who voted for what because it was nobody's business. And that's the way it should be. These things are happening now because of the way that we have shaped the world. We're causing this. It's not blue and red. It's all of us. We've been causing this. We've been leading on to these things. You know, we opened up the door for mentally unstable people to get a hold of guns. You know, we've done all these things. I can't even begin to go down the list. It's a lot. You know, here we are, you know, certain things your insurance policy don't cover. Certain things is not discussed at home, but you see things on TV about blue, red, and how the Democrats are leading the world into damnation and the Republicans are so Christian. They talk about everybody and put everybody down. When you grasp at those words and you're not mentally all there, you're putting people in danger. And you may not feel it or affect it because you're way up here and you don't see it. You walk down the street, you see a couple of homeless people and say, oh, things are really bad here. But go to one of them big cities. Go to San Francisco or New York or LA, you know. Don't give my city a stink eye because you don't like somebody because of who they represent, Democrat, Republican, or whatever. Don't give my city no stink eye. Like, we ain't bothering nobody. And all you people that's out there encouraging all this National Guard attention and all this stuff, be careful. Be careful. Because you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. Remember? Oh, yeah, You remember you farmers? Yeah, oh, this is a great idea. Yeah, let's vote for him. And now, what's going on, farmers? Keep in mind, like I said, the power of life and death is in the tongue, what you put out there. And last but not least, I want to touch on this. And I know I touched on this some, but how could you blame all this on a political platform? I mean, what screw you have loose? You need to sign up for better health. You can't blame this on people who vote a certain way. We're not controlling the people that's holding the guns. Did you say anything about the people up in Minnesota, the congresswoman that got killed, or when Nancy Pelosi's husband got beat on? Was this outcry? Was this outpour there? Stop it. That's all I can say is just stop it because it's going to get really out of control real quick. You know, you never know when a person could be walking down the street having mental issues. And you put all this Democrat and Republican and the person goes off of the color of somebody's skin and say, there go a Democrat. Then he starts an argument, then ends up killing them. Then what? You have to think about these things before you put them out there in the atmosphere. And if nobody told you today that they love you, we do. Be safe out there. Stop all this political stuff. Come together as a people. Then you'll see change. You want to see crime drop? Come together as a people. As long as we're separated and divided, nothing's good going to come from it. Nothing good at all is going to spiral way out of control. My heart goes out to the family of Charlie Kirk, same as Melissa Hortman and her husband, and that young lady who seen her fortunate in on a light rail car. Thank you. Link as always, and y'all have a blessed one. Peace. Yes, support. Yes.